Yo, what's up guys? Just a quick video here. Gonna do some training as well in this quick video. I just wanted to talk about how I've been getting on with things in the bodybuilding prep, how I've been feeling, how everything's been going, the progression and everything, the weight loss, and yeah, so let's get right into the progression. Generally, like, my progress in the gym is obviously one of the most important things, and it doesn't feel like it's taken a huge hit considering how low my body fat needs to be. The things that I would say have taken more of a hit is like the bench press, definitely the bench press. Everything else is roughly the same as it was before, but I've lost like 6.5 kilo, so I've lost 7 kilo basically. So 7 kilo down, and yet I'm basically pushing the same weights, which means I've gotten stronger technically. And also I've improved a lot on some movements, like the squat has gone better, even though I've lost weight. Yeah, most of the stuff is the same. The bench press took a bit of a hit, like maybe it's down by like 15% or 20%. But other than that, everything else is roughly the same. Something else I wanted to talk about is just how I've been feeling. Like right now, I'm on peak week. I've finished the depletion. So today I'm on my carb up. Yesterday I was on my carb up too. Before that I was doing a shorter depletion, and the carb up isn't as rough as it was before, which is it just makes more sense, because before it was like really rough. Now it's more reasonable. I think it's gonna benefit me more than last time. So yeah, I've just been feeling exhausted all the time, lethargic. Like I'd have spikes of motivation where I feel like I'm really good, and then all of a sudden I'll just go down and feel like really bad about it. And yeah, it feels like almost like every day feels like I want to just stop and just like quit. Like almost every day I feel like that, but I just can't, because it's just not a part of me to just quit and give up. Just have to keep going and pushing through everything, and like mentally it's been very draining as well. It's been just very difficult. It's affected my experience at the workplace as well. Like it's hard to stay awake. As I'm a lifeguard, I work as a lifeguard. It's really just hard to just stay awake and watch everybody when you're exhausted and tired all the time, especially on depletion, when you're hungry all the time as well. Been really tricky. Finding the energy to go to the gym is very tricky too. I still maintained all my flexibilities basically the same. Another thing is I have my show day on Saturday, so that's coming up very soon. Yeah, I don't know how I feel about it. I feel kind of excited, but at the same time I feel like it just doesn't feel like, I don't know, there's something about it, but I just feel like I'm not sure how I feel about it, to be honest. I mean, yeah, of course I've been doing this all for show day, but I don't know who's going to be there. Apparently it's full. It's going to be like over 200 competitors, but I don't know how it's going to go there, because it's a different federation as well. So I'll just have to see, I've been putting in the work anyway, so I'll just have to see how it goes. I've gotten quite a lot leaner. I'll show you my physique at the end of the video. I lost about, since the last show, I've lost maybe 2 kilo, 1.5, 2 kilo, I think, from the last show. And I look quite a lot better, especially in the legs, the main area. Upper body is pretty much the same. A bit, it's leaner, like my triceps are striated now. I'm a bit leaner, but not that much. In the upper body, I mean, on the lower body, like I'm a lot leaner. But I still have to get my glutes through for the finals, which I'd say I'd probably have to lose like another 2 kilo to get it to where it needs to be, which is going to be tricky. 2 kilos in 3 weeks, that's going to be tricky. But I believe I can do it if I really push myself. Another thing is, like, it's just been like mentally really a struggle, trying to keep going and just finding motivation for things. It kind of makes you question what you're doing in your life and stuff, but then at the same time when you look back on how far you've come, you realise, you know, this is literally my passion, and you wouldn't know where you would be without it. And it's a struggle, but when you have the right people around you who are interested in the same thing, you know, people who support you, and that really helps a lot. Especially like at these competitions, you find people who support you, and that helps push you further. And other people, you know, doing these competitions, they're all kind of, even though I'm competing against a lot of them, everybody kind of respects each other and knows how hard it is. And yeah, it really helps you a lot. But when you're by yourself doing it, and it feels like you go outside, it feels like just nobody gives a shit, nobody cares about this. It's just demotivating. But when you get in the right crowd, it helps motivate you more. So I feel like definitely being on prep with somebody else, like a friend or whoever who's also into bodybuilding, going on prep with them and competing with them makes it a lot easier. You don't have to compete, you know, in the same federation or whatever, and it's obviously in the same category, not like, but at the same time, well, I guess you could be in the same category if you really wanted to, but at the same time, that would be interesting. Yeah, it makes you realize, you know, how important having people around you who support you do these kinds of things, because it's really tricky, and doing it by yourself is just really tricky. Like, I have a dying passion for bodybuilding and training and stuff, but even for me it's really, really tricky. I've had my first layer coat of tan on. I'm gonna have a second coat tomorrow. I've shaved today. Yeah, I'm feeling like more, I mean, I have more carbs in me, but I don't feel necessarily more energized. I feel slightly more energized, but I don't feel the same degree as when I was just off peak week. I feel sort of sluggish, to be honest, to be quite frank. Also, I have a really bad caffeine addiction. Like now, it's just, I have so much caffeine in a day, like 400, 500 milligrams, 300 to 500 milligrams. But for the peak week, I haven't been having that much. Another thing is, I've been sick for the last 5 days. I've been sick, maybe 6. So that definitely has affected things, and just how I'm feeling training, and just mentally, physically draining, because I had some sort of virus. I haven't had that many symptoms, but I've been feeling like just more exhausted. I've had a runny nose, I had a little bit of a cough, and that was just really frustrating just before my second show, you know, getting sick. But I don't think hopefully it's not affected me too much. You know, I don't think it's ruined my chances of winning, but at the same time it makes things just a lot harder. And yeah, so I'll get to you guys in the next section whilst I'll be doing my training, and then after that I will show you how the physique is looking, basically. So see you guys.
from heaven.